seriously, if I don't have the tools that I have right now, like going through the season for everything that I've been through in the last month or so, I would be in a very dark place because, life threw a lot of hard curved balls this last season. And if I didn't have the tools to work this out, I would be in a very dark place.
Thank you for watching, guys. I have Aaron here in our call. I want to go over his experience with our coaching program, and I want him to tell you firsthand of his experience. So let me start by asking Aaron, hey, can you tell us a little bit about yourself? More precisely, where were you at? Like, how did you felt before you went through our program?
Yes, thanks for having me, Ruben. Hello, everyone. My name is Airon. I'm Brazilian and been living here in the Midwest for about 10 years now. Then the moment that when I met Ruben around 3 years ago, um, I was experiencing seasonal affective disorder and low energy levels and everything that comes with it. But I was not really aware of what seasonal affective disorder was or anything related to that. So I just felt the symptoms and was trying everything that I could that exists on the market, but nothing works until Ruben presented me the method and I followed through. Everything changed for good.
I'm glad. Yeah, after 3 years, I see that you have been able to progress every season. Like, it just gets better. So will you let us know what is that you achieve? You mentioned that things change. What are those specifically? What are those things that change?
Yeah. So, as I mentioned, when we first met, I was experiencing low energy levels. I felt that I didn't have time to do things that I needed to do or wanted to do. I felt I was lacking in performance at work. I felt that I was lacking on energy to spend quality time with family and all those little things. So, what the program helped me to achieve was flow. And everything on those every single aspect that I just mentioned, as energy levels, time, and time management and activities that I want to fit into my day, everything was achieved on a very satisfaction level and just keeps getting better.
So you mentioned that you weren't 100% aware of seasonal affective disorder, perhaps, but I do remember a conversation when something like, "Hey, how are you doing? Are you for real doing great? Because you don't sound too great. Like, what's going on?" So, what are those things that you try in the past during those struggling seasons? That basically, what are those? Like, you try some things and didn't work. What were they?
Yeah. So, like you mentioned, I was feeling off. So, like low energy levels and organization skills were not working the way they were worked before. So I was trying everything that you can find online, such as like therapy, coaching sessions that helps you to reschedule or build a morning schedule or things like this, supplements, and every single little of those things. If they get any result, it was just little. Secondly, they were just affecting the symptom, but not the root cause. And third, sometimes they don't even work at all. Unfortunately, it was a waste of time and money.
So you weren't aware of your SAT, but you were looking for solutions. You probably were typing like how to increase my energy during the winter time or something like that. Because when you use the word lighting, you try lighting. I'm like, wow, okay, well, interesting. You got to that point. Most people get to that point once they understand they have SAT. But not the least, what problems were you running into when you were trying all these other things? Um,
Yeah. So basically, for example, there would be such a specific to one symptom itself, or sometimes there would be way too hard to follow, such as like rechanging my schedule completely or things like this. It was just too hard to follow, and eventually you just give it up doing it because it's too hard. It's not natural.
so what was?
Um,
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I thought you were done.
no, I'm so sorry. I was just trying to remember some of the other aspects. But another thing that I would mention, it's again, they would work, or if they would work on just one symptom in specific, but not as a whole. So that would help a bit, but at the cost of time or cost of money, it wouldn't justify to keep going as well.
So, what were the things that actually helped you? That it was different about what we did compared to what you had tried before? Why were we effective in helping you out?
The methodology that we worked on together, what I can tell the difference was it's very comprehensive. It's easy to follow, and comparing the price for things that I have expended in the past, it's no brainer. So basically, the routines and everything that the program helped me to achieve just felt naturally into my work schedule routines, and it just felt natural. I had to force myself to do something that was completely different than what my life is. So
Mhm.
it's adaptable.
That's why I call what we do a framework. So you got the framework and you adapted that to your specific situation, to your life, and the specific season you were living. I mean, that I think speaks volumes because it's the same framework, but everybody can use it in their own unique way. And it's not like you have to get out of the way to use it, right? Like you just simply follow step by step and you end up with your own thing.
That's correct. So everything felt very natural. And like you mentioned, step by step, there's no sudden changes or nothing that's super hard to do. It's very easy for me, even for somebody who doesn't have an experience or haven't gone through a coaching program before or anything like it. I would say it's very unique and it's very customized to your own lifestyle. So very easy to achieve. And right now I can tell you that I feel energized. I do feel like I have time to do the things that I need to do and have time to spare to the things that I like to do. Feel a better person overall.
Which, by the way, we're talking on the kind of like the middle of the struggling season of like in your past. Like we're talking in the winter time, which is where you usually used to feel the way that you don't want to feel anymore. So you already mentioned what you achieved. My question now is, what has changed because of what you achieved? You achieved the energy, you achieved the flow, but what has changed because of that?
So what I can tell is I have a more stable year long as well. So during summertime, since considering the climate that I'm used to is Brazil, like summertime and things like this, I don't struggle as much. However, when the days getting shorter, it's cold outside and all those things, they really would knock me out. So I would have half year of good performance in my life. So after the program, I have all year long peak performance on every single aspect, such as energy levels, health wise in general, mental health wise general, performance at work, and performance as a human being in general in relationships and with my family.
I wanna bring up two scenarios. One of them, the performance at work. I know that that was a little worrisome because you were just having a hard time, hitting your goals and hitting your metrics. And I do remember immediately after we look at things, that's when we enter into the flow stage of the program. When we look at that specifically, then within a week, you are like, okay, yeah, we figured this out. Like all I needed to do was to change the order of what you were doing. So that just stick with me. And then the other one is that you are now running marathons, or you are preparing to run them. Like right now, they are marathons. Sorry, yeah, you want to do triathlons is what you want to do. But can you tell me specifically how in your physical conditioning, how or section when we cover exercise and looking at it from a seasonal perspective and a year programming, how that affect you and how has you benefit from that?
Oh, definitely. So, considering a little bit of background, I was for a very long time not even able to work out 3 times a week. And after we start to reorganizing my schedule, during last spring, I was able to prepare myself for a half marathon from considering that the race was on spring. I have to go through training throughout the whole winter. Remember,
Yeah, I remember
winter is
that.
my downfall.
Hmm.
So winter it was my downfall. I was on such a peak performance during winter. I was able to prepare for a half marathon in less than 3 months, from zero to 13.1 miles in 3 months. So it was a hell of achievement in terms of who I was and what I was able to achieve. This is
Well,
physical wise.
I would call that as also like I feel that is my achievement. Like as a coach, like I remember like if it was yesterday when we identified that desire to get back in shape and it's like, okay, how can we get back in shape? It's not about showing up and doing work. It's about creating a goal that we have to look from a seasonal perspective because winter is coming. And if you don't have motivation, you don't have the reason why you're doing what you're doing, and you know that it's preparing you to that specific goal, you most likely are not going to do it. I remember specifically that was a game changer. So it's like, let's sign up for a half marathon. It's like, Google it now. Just Google it, find the one you find, and you went through that, you found it, and you sent me that picture when you were done with it. And it means the world to me. So the last thing I want to say is just this is your opportunity to talk to anyone considering if they're on the fence about joining the program or not. What do you have to tell them, to like from your perspective, why this is worth their investment, their time, their money, their heart, and this is your opportunity to tell them whatever you want to say.
So first of all, thank you, Ruben, for reaching out and showing me the path to success with the program. But what I can tell to everyone who wants to achieve excellence in several, if not all, the pillars in your life, such as physical, mental, relational, and take control of your life all year long. I would highly recommend reach out to Ruben. He has a framework that it's easy to follow, that is small steps that will fit into your routine, and you will feel results immediately once you start to do it. It's not extremely hard to do. If I can do as a person, I believe that anybody can do. We all can be better, and it doesn't take a whole lot. That that was a lifetime investment that I do not regret at all. I can only recommend it to everyone who wants to get better in life in general.
Well, guys, as you hear it from Airon, I am here to help you. I'm here to serve you. I'm glad you stick till the end. If you're still here, click the link down below and book a call. We call it a discovery call. If you have had our first call with us, that's what it is. If you already have that discovery call, what we call the next call is a strategy call. So whichever in the path you are, I invite you to click the link down below and get in touch. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward hearing your specific situation and making sure that we are a fit, you for a program and our program for you, because that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to turn sad people into happy people, and we have to make sure that we're working with the right people. So I look forward getting to know you. Thank you so much for watching.